We were very close friends. He trusted me, and I trusted him. Many times when you meet people in the course of your life, you realize that the most sensitive of all human emotions is trust. That is this thing, this person telling me what is in his heart, or is telling me with his mouth. With Jirongo, what you saw is what you got. What he said is what he meant. You didn't have to double read him. I would like then to take this opportunity to first give my assurance. I heard your words, Nyokabi, and it is true that I have not only been a nominee of Jirongo in many companies, we share very many things together, and it is my duty and honor to him to assure you as a family that I'm obligated to full disclosure of everything within my knowledge and my possession, because I hold even certain trusts to Jirongo's property, and I am a shareholder in some of the businesses he has been doing. So be rest assured, we have our lawyers who have been with him for many years, including Speaker has done legal work for Jirongo before. We have people like Koyoko, who has been handling the latest of his dealings. I saw here John Wambugu, who has fought for him for a long time. And for these gentlemen and ladies, I wish to salute you. You have been true friends. This ugali, this famous ugali of Jirongo, just give me a minute. This famous ugali Jirongo used to eat at lunchtime. Many people I see here today, including politicians, I met at that ugali table. Unfortunately, and my war with Cyrus for a long time, I think, and I told him, Cyrus, if you left politics, you are actually the Dangote of not only Kenya, but this region, because Cyrus's mind and brains was way ahead of our time. The man was brilliant. The man could do things that some would only imagine. By the time he started doing his estates, including Hazina, Saika, and Kemri, Jirongo was hardly 29. By the time we were getting into YK, he was turning 31, and he had already built an empire. Contrary to public opinion, people believed Jirongo made money in politics. I say the contrary. Jirongo actually lost most of what he worked for during his engagement with politics. And the politicians who he supported, even in this region, just 1 minute. The politicians he supported in this region for a long time were there for him when he was able to also assist them to get to parliament. But when they got to parliament, most of them abandoned Jirongo, and that is the truth. With those many and few words, I would just like to say very briefly, Honorable Gideon Moi, I salute you. I thank you for what you've done to your brother to his death. From the very beginning, from the time he started having issues with his estate, you've always come out and supported him. Every time he's had a funeral or whatever, you've always been the one who's provided us with transport. When I came to see you over this issue, it did not take you a second to make a decision. I salute you. In finishing, I also want to acknowledge that from Western Kenya, when Jirongo was under political siege, there were some people who stood with him, including the late Michael Kijana Wamalwa, the late Martin Shikuku, and J.J. Mugala, who was then head of KOTU. These are the people who stood up from Western Kenya and protected Jirongo when he was under siege for nothing that he had done himself. I would like to appreciate their efforts. The people who have been his partners, some of who are here, kindly, when we'll have time, you'll sit with the family. I would like you to meet them and their lawyers so that you define a way forward that will make his family progress. And with that, I say asante sana, Mungu awabariki, amen.
Okay, now, going forward, I'll interrupt you if you go beyond 2 minutes, tafadhalini. So, where is my brother Keegan?
The judge, Jirongo's family, and all the mourners. Mlembe mwezi, mlembe rand. Jirongo should not have died. And the manner in which Jirongo died is very disturbing. I'm qualified to ask the manner in which Cyrus died because I'm one of the few people who has had long evenings with him and have had to go with him home severally. To the extent that Jirongo drove to Karai, 91 kilometers at that hour is disturbing. And asking these questions, it's not that we are trying to be against anybody. We want to have closure. The family wants closure. We want to know what exactly happened. Cyrus has died in a manner which we cannot say from here to here. DCI, I've seen DIGs here. You have capacity to have closure on this matter. You rush to give us the CCTV at the petrol station. The same way, give us the CCTV at Oasis, how he traveled, how it went, where he stopped, these hours. Once we have closure, we have no issues. Accidents happen and people die. And that's exactly what Jirongo would have asked any friend of his, any brother of his to do when he's not there. Masengeli, you are on. And with this one, just as sisters, let's have closure. Khumanye sina siyegolega khusayirazi naziruf. Khulizyane. Asand. Esiye bananga bara Charles Werangai. I met Cyrus when his problems had started. 92, I was not with him. When I came back, Cyrus looked for me. He looked for me because the government he had put in place in 92, they did not want him to run in 97. So he looked for me because my father was chairman of KANU, na KANU ilikuwa baba na mama. Akasema, leta mzee, aongee na Moi. Moi liked Cyrus, but people around the presidency, they did not like Cyrus. And why? Because of you lawyers. 92, when Cyrus made Moi president, he collected all your leaders and went to Moi and asked to be number 2, to be vice president. Moi agreed, but it did not happen because of technical issues. When that happened, people around the president went for Cyrus. If she was not as a Cyrus, it's because Cyrus wanted to change the equation of the leadership of this country. And because of that, anyway, Cyrus has helped many people. Cyrus, the Totten Drotten, Cyrus has helped. Even the leaders, senior leaders in this country, Cyrus has reached out to them. The former president who was here, Cyrus was the first person to say he's going to be president. And he became president. When Msadi ran for presidency, Cyrus liked lawyers, so long as we are doing anything, he gave us money to support that cause. When Mheshimiwa Wetangula was going for senator, Cyrus put together a big team, Kino Rashid, Mheshimiwa Marende, Shitanda, all of us to go and campaign for him. what Cyrus did, even when the current president was left in The Hague, Cyrus put a team together to go and insist that the current president's case in The Hague must come back. What I'm saying that because Cyrus has left a family. And this family, it is still young. This family requires a lot of assistance from the system. Because most of these things are tied in the system. Amakwaka Cyrus na matinyu sana. To the ex, it's okay. I'll leave it there, thank you.
The family